Before Babylon, before Egypt, before recorded history itself, there was Eridu, the first city ever built, according to ancient Sumerian texts. A place where architecture, ritual, and something resembling early technology merged into a single spiritual center. The texts describe the Anunnaki, tall, majestic beings descending from the sky, bringing knowledge of writing, farming, and building. Some call them gods, some call them visitors. Some say they blurred the line between the two. Enki, one of their leaders, taught humanity how to shape the world, how to cultivate land, how to build structures aligned with celestial patterns. But in the forbidden interpretations, this knowledge was not a gift, it was initiation. Humanity, awed by their presence, followed without question. Religion, hierarchy, devotion, woven into the fabric of human consciousness from the very beginning. Some believe the Anunnaki created humans not only to mine gold, the lifeblood of their distant world, but to generate energy, the energy of belief, worship, and attention. And some say they never left. They simply moved from temples into the collective mind. Centuries later, in the 18th century, Giovanni Piranesi drew ruins that should not have existed. Massive arches, collapsed cities, impossible structures, rendered with precision long before photography or satellite imaging. He wasn't alone. Artists across Europe drew the same ruins of a world that never existed. But the proportions were exact, the architecture consistent, the scale unmistakably human. You don't invent details like that. Some spiritual historians believe these artists were not imagining ruins. They were remembering them. Echoes of a civilization erased by flood, fire, or design. A world before our world. A reset. Maybe humanity didn't begin where we think it did. Maybe our memory is older than our history. Long before modern banks or vaults, Amazigh communities in Morocco built Igoudar, fortified communal storehouses perched on hilltops and hidden valleys. Not temples, not palaces, but sacred structures of trust. Each family owned a private compartment, locked with wooden pin systems based on the same mechanical principles as modern locks. Inside were grain, gold, silver, legal contracts, tools, heirlooms, objects carrying both material and spiritual value. Access was regulated by guardians, rules, symbols, and collective responsibility. Security came not from force, but from community consciousness. Igoudar were more than architecture. They were a spiritual technology, a reminder that ancient societies protected not just wealth, but memory, identity, and lineage. Ancient solutions. Timeless intelligence. 11,600 years ago, someone built a monumental temple complex on a hilltop in what is now Turkey. Göbekli Tepe predates Stonehenge, the pyramids, and the invention of writing. It was built by people who, according to mainstream timelines, should not have been capable of building anything like it. Massive pillars carved with animals, symbols, abstract figures, arranged in precise circular formations that imply planning, coordination, and a level of consciousness far beyond what archaeology assumed existed at the time. And then comes the mystery. Around 8000 BC, after standing for thousands of years, Göbekli Tepe was deliberately buried, Not destroyed, not abandoned, buried, filled with soil and sealed, as if someone wanted to preserve it, or hide it, or protect a memory humanity was not ready to understand. Only 5% of the site has been uncovered. 95% remains underground. Göbekli Tepe didn't just rewrite history, it rewrote the story of human consciousness. Civilization did not follow agriculture. Civilization came first. And the question of why it was buried remains unanswered. Eridu questions our origin. Piranesi questions our memory. Igoudar questions our systems. Göbekli Tepe questions our timeline. 4 stories, 4 echoes, 4 reminders that human consciousness is older, deeper, and stranger than history admits. Metamind doesn't claim truth. It follows the symbols, because the mind remembers what history forgets.